Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to contour. So I'm basically just going to show you how to liquid contour and then powder contour on top, and just kind of slower break it down so you can do it at home. I've heard it's quite difficult to sort of get the hang of, and also you want it to just look blended, snatched, and you want to look like you've got them cheekbones and your face is cut. So yeah, if you want to know how I contour, then stay tuned. So for the first step of contouring, what you want to do is starting with your, so I normally do a liquid contour followed by a powder contour, but you can do is you want to take your darker concealer. So I have got the Rimmel Match Perfection in Mocha. So what I normally do is when I buy a lighter concealer, I also buy like a slightly bronzy warm tone concealer as well, because you want to start with that and then build up, because obviously you can't put too much on and take it off because that's a ball ache. So taking the Rimmel concealer, what you want to do is, looking at your face, if we look at it side on, what you want to do is you want to draw a 3. So you want to start here, go slightly under your cheekbone, and then along your jawline. So see, like that, and then you do the same the other side, and you try and get it as symmetrical as possible. Cool. So once you've done that, then take your lighter concealer. So today I'm using the Instant Anti-Age Eraser from Maybelline in Light, which I apparently hear that which I hear is the best concealer. So you just turn it and it comes out, and then I normally do one line like that. You do sort of like 3 little lines underneath, and then I also do it down the centre of my nose and up like that. Then taking back into your dark concealer, I also draw just down the sides of my nose, so that's just like sort of down the bridge just to the tip, and then I go along the tip like that. So once you've done that, you want to take like a small fluffy brush, sort of this kind of size, what you would normally apply your bronzer with, and you just want to start with the darker colour, because if you leave that for too long, it's put in. Right, okay, so yeah, you want to start with the darker colour first, because you don't want it to stay stuck to your face, because it will literally like look like the number 3 on your face. So just gently, you want to just start moving it. So with the bottom layer, just move it down your neck. I'm really sorry if you can hear that noise, I have no idea what it is. And then just gently move up. So you just want to push it away from your face, because it's meant to be just like your natural structure of your face. And then gently, it's really hard. There we go. So yeah, you want to just sort of stipple it to your like hairline, and sort of leave the light one where you can, because you kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but you don't want to move the lighter one straight away, because you can then use it to sort of blend over the darker one if it looks too dark. But also it's good for if you leave it a little bit, it goes kind of like sticky, so then when you blend it, not all of the pigment goes, so it really like hides any under eye bags, as I always have. So yeah, you want to go over the top of your forehead, and then keep going down. You basically want to do it so it kind of creates the natural, how like if you had perfect lighting on you, how the shadows would fall on your face. So it can just create a bit more of a bone structure basically. There we go. So then taking a sort of similar shape, but I normally try and go for like a more angled one. I then go into the lighter colour and I just work it into where. So you just literally have to imagine, like, if you had a spotlight on your face, where would the light and where would the dark fall? So yeah, you want to just blend it up, sort of start stippling and then move into sort of more just sweeping motions. So I'm just getting my mirror. So then you just want to go right up under your eye as close as you want to go. I should have probably not done my under eye, but you know, I went with it. And just really gently. So when you do the liquid contour, you kind of don't want it to look like you've even contoured, because one, it's the base, and two, you don't want it to look like it's not natural. And obviously you do this after you've done your foundation, so you know. And then for the nose, just literally take that brush and just blend it down, and it will just creates a bit more structure on your nose, really. Like, you don't have to, I don't always do that. If I can't be bothered, I won't, but okay. So once you've done the cream contour, you want to go into a bronzer. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution Rachel Leary palette. I'm going to go into the bronzer, which is, I like to use the darker one, and it's called Indulgence. So then I just go over exactly where I have cream contoured. It literally just acts as a guide for you in the same kind of motion. I like to put quite a lot of bronzer on my nose, bloop bloop bloop, and then you just keep going and you just sort of build up the colour as much as you like it. Then I normally take a big face fluffy brush and I just blend over everything, because again, you want it to look like it is the natural colourings of your face. You don't want it to look like, I don't know, like stripes on your face or like really fake. Yeah, when I first learnt to contour, I was not good at it. Okay, so once you have blended that all in, I then like to just, with whatever's left on the bronzer brush, I just go over the bronzer one more time. Then going into the blush, this colour today I'm going to use is this one here, Caroline. I normally then just slightly go over onto the apples of the cheek and work it back. Same for this side. There we go. Then highlight. So highlight is actually an important step of the contouring, because it is essentially where the lighter stage is, but it just is kind of the added extra light if you don't want it to look matte. So I'm going to go into the colour Glaze, which is the lightest colour in this palette, on my highlighting brush, and then I'm just going to pop that on there. Oh, it's such a nice colour, I love it. Oh yeah. So yeah, I put my highlight basically where I put my lighter contouring colour, so I put it on just the sort of high point of your cheek, and then on the middle of my forehead, the tip of my nose, and my cupid's brow. And then this time, when I use my big face brush, I go into the Fix Studio pressed powder from MAC, and then I just blend that over the top. This powder is so good, I've had it for ages, which is why it looks like this, but it's just really like matte, but it also just keeps everything in place without looking too, I don't like looking too matte, I kind of like looking a bit glowy. There we go. Then you want to just put on your fixing spray on top of your contour. So what I sometimes do when I do my liquid contour is I put on my setting spray, then I do my lipstick, and then do another layer. Alright, so I'm just using the Fenty lipstick in Thick, so I'm just gonna apply that. This is my favourite go-to colour at the minute. I love it, especially when I've got a bright eye on. You want it to just look neutral. Yep, and then last spritz. And there we go. So this is the finished look. I hope you have learnt how to contour. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Also Brush Up and Blush Up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Taking a chance.